Okay, let's get warmed up. Big breath in. Greet the day. Whatever time zone you're in. And go side to side. Make these stretches extra big. See how much stretch you can get through your sides. And this time we're going to go to the side, roll that shoulder forward. So we're going a little bit more into the back. Up and over, roll that shoulder forward. We'll do that one more time each side. Got some shoulder work coming. Got some leg work coming. Oh, who am I kidding? We're doing it all. So let's get our shoulders warmed up just a little bit more. Two more. And then backstroke arms. Three. And let it, shake it all out. Swing those arms. Get the blood flowing. Okay. Circling the wrists. See how your forearms are doing. Maybe clasp your hands. Let's make some waves. And let's try to reverse direction. 3, 4, 5, 6. Thank you for the reminder. If I don't work out, if it's not recorded, it doesn't count. Here we go. All set. Thank you. Let's bounce a little bit. It's 1 degree here. So whether you got no sleep last night or it's freezing cold where you are, we're just going to bounce. Let's take it into prancing. So my toes are staying on the floor. I'm not coming completely off the ground. Okay, and let's take our feet nice and wide and go side to side with our hips. The legs are still stretching, feet are still working. And big hula hoops, nice and big and round. Stretch out your hips, all the different sides, and reverse direction. Notice if you're feeling it more on one side than the other. And figure eights. Okay. And reverse direction. Let's get a little bit more into those knees and start going side to side. So maybe take your feet a little bit wider and sink down into that straddle. Side to side. Nice. See if you can sink down a little bit lower. And then we're going to add some arms and reach, reach. Abs are tight. And then reach high, down and up. Waking up the squatting muscles. And punch across. Am I counting? No. So if you're thinking this is a perfect 32 count set, you're wrong. And let's bring our hands back down onto our knees. Drop your shoulder down the middle. The other shoulder. Stretch that back out. And then sink down into that squat and hold. Hips back and down, chest up, eyes up. And shift side to side if that feels good. And see if you can sink down just a little bit lower. I've learned over the last 2.5, 3 years, if I don't do this, my squat never gets lower. But the more I do it, the lower I can get and keep my heels down instead of lifting up like they used to. So it's a good thing to practice even if it's not so comfortable. Let's bring our hands onto the floor, lift your hips up, and sink them down. Your body gets used to the positions that you put it in. We don't have multiple bodies, too bad. Oh, be nice to have one that hurts and one that doesn't hurt. So they counterpoint each other. You can choose the one you want to be in. And hold it here. Let's add some twists, reaching up to the ceiling with one arm, up with the other. Stretching out the back of your legs, rotating through your upper back. One more each side, up and up. Bring your hands on your knees and roll it up. So our first little set is with bands. For the monster walks, you can keep the band around your ankle. If having it around your ankle bothers your knees, bring the band up above your knees. And then we'll go into squats. We'll definitely have the band above our knees. And then we have our gatekeepers. So 30 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest in between. And we're gonna go in 5 seconds, we're gonna make a box. So we get all the different sides of your legs. A little squat, let's hit it. 3 or 4 steps. Each direction, around the front and going back, pressing that heel down. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and back, 2, 3, over and done. Let's slip the band up, above your knees. Grab a weight if you're going to use one. We'll go in 5 seconds. And 30 seconds of goblet squats. Knees and toes face the same direction. Sink those hips back and down. Pace yourself. I was feeling my hips yesterday from what we did on Tuesday. So pace yourself. We have 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. You can put the weight down. Band can stay above your knees or go back down below your ankles. We're going to do our gatekeeper. Nice low jumping jacks, starting nice and wide. And we'll go for 30 seconds. So jumping or stepping. Get that heart rate up. Staying as low as you can, which may not be very low, and that's okay. You do you. We have 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Oh, full 30 seconds off. And then we start all over again. Catch your breath. Grab a drink. And in keeping with this month of forgetting something, every single class, I forgot my water this morning, so get me thirsty. We go in 15 seconds. For the side steps, around your ankle is more challenging than around your knees. If your knees are sensitive, keep the band above your knees. And let's hit it. 2 or 3, 4 steps. Use your space. 2, 4, off to the side. And back. 2. We have 5 seconds left. And rest. Shake it out. Bring the band back above your knees. It's because remember, having that sensation on the outside of your thigh stimulates the glutes, gets them working, and sink into it. Elbows in between your knees. Halfway through. We have 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Bring the weight down. 15 seconds. Gatekeepers. Band wherever you want it. Oh, oh, oh. The evil taskmaster. Here we go. The clock doesn't lie. Sometimes it feels long, sometimes it feels short, but it never lies. Unlike your body, sometimes it feels tired, sometimes it feels wired, but often it's lying to you about something. Whew. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 30 seconds. We have one more round, so we get into the meat of the workout. Whew. 20 more seconds. It's a nice long break. Then put my band back down. Still 10 seconds. 5, 4, get into position. 3, 2, 1. Side step. Forward step. Side step the other way. And back press into those heels. We're activating those legs. Whew. Just about every muscle. 2. Back. And rest. Hands up above your knees. Last set of goblet squats coming at you. Grab your weight. Into position. Let's hit it. Show me what you got. Last set of squats for the day. Nice and deep. Work those hip muscles. Don't just go through the motions. And I think that's 30. I lost track of where we started. That's okay. We got a lot more work coming at us. We go in 5 seconds. Last round of gatekeepers. Let's go. Stepping it is a-okay. Alternate lead legs. If you can remember how to do that. You have 10 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Take that band off. Give yourself a hand. Adjust the heat in your room. I don't think I need my nun anymore. And shake those hips out. Circle them out. Hug them in. Let them get a little stretch. Back kicks. Let it go. Shake them out. Whatever you need. This is your minute, 2 minutes. Maybe just a forward fold. Let everything stretch. You do you. Trying all these positions because, well, one, to demonstrate, but 2, I'm not sure which is going to feel best to me either. I know where I'm feeling it. But I also know I need to keep moving. So we're going to be doing a bunch of upper body. We're going to do our bent over Y raises with super lightweight or no weight. And the research keeps coming in. Even if you're going super light, if you're gripping that weight and visualizing the right muscles in the middle of your back as you pull that shoulder in, you can get stronger. So you don't need to have heavy weights for this. You just need to understand which muscles you're working. Get that back and all the parts of the back muscles and the muscles that we don't use, we need to at least visualize we're working them, how we're working them, and they'll get stronger with very light weights. So we have our Y raises. We have a floor press and fly combo, so we'll be down on the floor, and the camera stuff is always interesting with this. We're going to do an elevated single leg bridge. So we'll keep firing those glutes, but they get a little bit of a break. We have a bent over row fly combo, reverse step downs or reverse lunge to an arabesque. Next week we'll add the step. I didn't move my weights this time. Maybe I will in between sets, and we'll do it from an elevated stance. And then 6-way shoulders. Pretty basic, but a lot of work. So let's get our light weights ready. We have 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest in between every exercise. Let's start hinging back, thumbs up to the corners of the room. Arms as straight as you can keep them. Hips are working still. Oh boy. Good. And 40 seconds is a long time doing this stuff, so pace yourself. Alternate sides if you need to. Just focus on visualizing those lower trap muscles kicking in. Doing the work. Lifting your arms. Giving them support. 3, 2, and 1. Weights down. We're going to come onto the floor for our chest press fly combo. We go in 5 seconds. Oh, I hope you can see me. And let's hit it. So we press up, come out for a fly, up and down. Press your floor, press your back into the floor. Fly, come up and down. Press it up, pull those weights out, press them in, support them down. We're halfway through. Those flies, imagine you're giving a great big hug to someone you love. Woo. Five seconds left. Press, pull, press, and down, and rest. So from here, we come into our single leg bridge. I am going to use my windowsill. You can use a bench, a chair, a table. You can use no incline at all. I'm going to bring one foot up and hit it. So you're going to press into your heel or the middle of your foot. Lift up as high as you can. Remember, we're doing 40 seconds on a side. Pace yourself. If you find yourself sliding back, shift yourself into position. There is time. Time for it all. Make that booty work. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The leg that was working, stretch it up. Circle out your ankle. Pull it in towards you. Let the hamstring and the hip muscle get a little bit of a break. We go in 10 seconds, 5 seconds, other side. And ready for side 2, here we go. And up and down. Adjust your position if you need to. Up and down. Lift up as high as you can. Take the time you need to get that extension in your hip. You may not feel a stretch, but we want to build the strength. Open up that hip, the front of your hip. We have 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that leg up. Circle out your ankle. Give that hamstring a stretch. Give some love. And we're going to come up for a bent over row and fly combo. Okay. Here we go, hinging back. Dang, those hips are always working. Elbows to a fly. Row to a fly. Row. Fly. So for this, the limiting factor is what you can fly. The rear delts are much smaller than the muscles you use when you row. So if you're tired from other things you've done this week, okay, go a little lighter. Woo, and have a rest. Move my weights out of the way. We have our reverse step back to an arabesque. We're going to do on each side. I'm going to hold one weight. And we're going to go down and up. Step it back down and up, down and up. Arms if you want. I wouldn't suggest lifting a weighted arm unless it's really light or you're feeling really strong. Ooh, I'm losing my balance with weight. There we go. Ten seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, oh boy, shake it out. 10 seconds to go to side 2. Catch your breath. Get into position. And we're down and up. Down and up. You're holding a weight. Don't let it pull you over. If you find yourself flopping forward, keep the weight up on your shoulder. Five seconds. 3, 2, last one. Nice. So maybe it feels better to have the weight up here. Maybe it feels better to have the weight down there. It's all your choice. We're doing 6-way shoulders. We're going to go in 5 seconds. Have a seat or do it standing. Up, out, up with rotation, down, in, down with rotation. Up, palms down, palms towards each other, palms down, palms side. Whoops, here we go. I'm watching you, looking at the clock, forgetting what I'm doing. In about 5 seconds. And rest. Good work. Let's take a minute and a half, 2 minutes here. Stretch what needs to be stretched. Reach for your toes, let your back relax. Grab a drink if you need it. And if you do, I'll get very jealous. There we go. Have a drink. Let's take another 40 seconds or so. And we'll get going again with our white flies. Light weights or no weights, remember we're pulling with the lower part of the trapezius muscle. It doesn't ever, except when we do it, doesn't ever get a lot of love. Let's find our light weights. I think I'm looking at those big weights. How do we move them next week? So we can do the step downs off a step. We go in 3, 2, 1, if that's okay. That's how we can build at least that one exercise. Why flies for now? Why fly indeed? To get a strong back. That's why. Not a T, not an I, not a W. We make all kinds of shapes with our hands. The why is the most powerful. So think powerful thoughts. Steady on a strong base. You have 10 seconds left. Nice straight arms lifting up high. 3, 2, and 1. Bring those weights down. We're going to come down on the floor. For our floor press to fly, use an appropriate weight. The fly is the limiting factor, just like with the rowing and flying. When your arms are extended away from your body, you're in a more vulnerable position, generally working smaller muscle or a weaker muscle. And fly, squeeze, lower, and press. Make sure you're feeling each part of this movement. Press it up, even if it's light. Feel those pecs, imagine those pecs working harder than they are. Visualization is powerful. And rest. Nice work. Okie dokie. Single leg bridges coming at you in 10 seconds. I'm just going to slide over to my window. Get my foot onto the sill. One leg up, and off we go. You might find the second set feels a little bit easier to lift up. It's because your muscles have figured out what they're supposed to be doing. Nice. Well, I see your legs going up in the air. We have about 5 seconds left. Good, the leg that was working, hug it in. Let that hamstring have a little stretch, circle your ankle. Bend your knee, straighten your knee. Thank your hamstrings. Very important to have strong hamstrings. We're gonna go in 5 seconds on side 2. And let's hit it. Up and down. You go your own pace, it's not a race. Make these bridges as pretty as you can. All the way up, all the way down, however you define all the way up for you. And think about it, when was the last time we did these? All the way up might have been 1 inch off the floor. All the way up now might be 5 or 6 inches off the floor. That's progress. And rest. Let's stretch that leg out, hug it in, circle your ankles. And we're going to come up to standing for our row, fly, combo. I went a wee bit too light on that last round. The clock is a taskmaster. It's always too short to transition between the floor and standing. Row and fly. Row, fly, row. Good. Squeeze the shoulder blades into your spine. Work the backs of your shoulders. Breathe. 10 seconds. Three, 2, last set. And put those weights down. Okay. Going into another leg combo. the step back to the arabesque. Weights or no weights. And let's hit it. So stepping back and up. Yeah, notice what it feels like, the weight on your shoulder versus the weight hanging down. You want to stay nice and tall. That's the goal. And we're squeezing the booty, not arching the back to make that lift happen. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Shake that hip out. Couple of big deep breaths. 10 seconds, we go on side 2. Let's rack the weight. Get into position. And here we go. Round 2 and lift. You're more than halfway through. Stay with it. 10 seconds. 3, 2, the last one. Bring those weights down. Whew. Take it out. We have 10 seconds. Seated or standing, your choice. We're going to go to the front first this time. So up, out, in, out, down. Maybe this is what we did last time. So with the rotations, my weight is pretty light. I'm not feeling anything weird in my shoulders. You pay attention to what feels better with rotation, without rotation, and do what feels right on your shoulders. If anything feels tweaky or like it's going to hurt if you keep going, find the way of moving those shoulders through that range of motion, with rotation or without, that does not cause pain. Now we're going to take a minute and a half, 2 minutes here. So let's round your back, stretch forward. Take your hands behind your back and lift up. Stretching through the chest and shoulders. I'm going to come down on the floor. My body is saying windshield wipers might feel good right now. Getting that nice twist. One of my clients yesterday said this was the lube that got them out of bed and moving every morning. To give your back a little massage. We're not using those muscles in the low back, but because everything is connected, when you really work your glutes, you might feel it in your low back. Doesn't mean anything's wrong. It means your body needs to get used to the positions that we're putting it in. And the challenges we're giving it, not just the positions, but the movement patterns, the weights, all of it. So let's twist one way, twist the other way. And we'll say, let's get going in about 20 seconds. We'll go back to our last round, starting with the bent over trap, fly raises. Get through it one more time. We'll do a little bit of core and a stretch. So light weights, 40 seconds, starting now. 10 seconds. Power through. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Weights down. And come down on the floor. We have our floor press. We go in 5 seconds. And hit it. Up, out, in, and down. Lie away, squeeze that hug in. Step. 2. So even not going heavy here, we're getting a lot of volume in with these timed sets. A lot of reps. Builds muscles too. Builds your endurance. How much work those muscles can do. 3, 2, the last one up. Bring the weights down safely. We're going into our single leg bridges next. I'm going to scooch over to my window. I'm going to start non-dominant this side. Play around with how close your booty is to the whatever you're propping your foot up on, and see if it's easier or harder, or more fun, or less fun. And up, third set might be less fun. 3. Try not to let your back slap down onto the floor. Take your time. Treat your spine with kindness. You might find yourself pushing back away from your prop. That's okay. We have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll switch sides. Whew. 10 seconds. Circle that ankle, hug it in, give it a rub. Whew. And let's go side 2. Lifting up and down. Might think about unhinging and then rolling down into your hinge. Up, down. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Hug both knees in. Roll it over. We're going to get this transition before the end of the month. Come into cat-cow. Let's grab your weights. Back up to standing for row fly. If you're dizzy, you're watching this on video, pause. Take your time. Come up slow. Third set, challenge yourself or go easy on yourself, depending on how your body is feeling. You're still getting the work in. You're not sleeping, go lighter. If you woke up feeling great, push yourself. We have 10 seconds left of this. Last 10 we're doing. 3, 2, the last one. Nice work. Weights down. I'm going to do the reverse lunge to arabesque without weights this round. I can feel the whole week of shoulder work building up. I'm not going to push it with the round. Okay. So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Step it back and reach it up. Focus on your balance. If your legs are feeling like jelly, that's more important than carrying the extra weight. Feel that butt squeeze. Make sure your back isn't arching to make that lift. Maybe your knees going a little bit lower. You're doing great. Whew. And rest. Got to count you down, sorry. One more round of those on the other side. One round of shoulders. Then we're on the floor. Okay, let's get into position for side 2. Sinking it down and lifting up. Let's hit it. And up. Ten seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Whew, shake it out. Let's do standing cow. Let's have a seat. Last set of shoulders. Out to the side. Whew. No rotation with this one. Out to the side, palms stay down. Face forward. Down. Whew, my shoulders are tired. This 40 seconds is taking forever. We have 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish the set. And down. Nice work. Just round over your legs or fold forward. Let your shoulders rest. Let your back stretch. All right, take another whole minute here before we go into the core work. I'm going to adjust the camera. I'm really missing my water right now. Grab some water. Drink, stay hydrated. Cat cow. I can let your spine is moving the way you want it to. And maybe a very quick child's pose. The first core exercise is plank to side plank. On your elbows or on your hands. I find it easier on your hands, easier to pivot on your wrist. You see what your body feels like. We're gonna go in 5 seconds, sorry, in 2 seconds. Plank it up and rotate. 20 seconds. Whew. And last one, bring it down. Second one is our diamond shrugs. Index and thumb finger. Fingers are in a diamond or spade shape. Come into position. And drop those shoulders down. Shoulder blades stretch out. Squeeze in. All through your upper back. 20 seconds is all I ask. You can do this from your knees. 3, 2, 1. Stretch it back. We're gonna do each of those one more time, and then we're gonna do a bound, bound bug band, banded bound bug. I promised you that this week. We're gonna do it. Okay. Last 20 seconds, plank to side plank. Get into position. Up we go. Last one. Bring it down for a little rest. Last 20 seconds of shrugs coming at you in 3, 2, 1. Press, release. Oh, my arms feel like jello. 3, 2, and 1. Sink it back. Okay, for the banded bound bug, we need at least 2 bands. A heavier band, 2 heavy bands, or a heavier band with a lighter band. The heavier band's gonna go around your feet or around your knees, you can choose. The lighter band, you're gonna hold in your hand. It's gonna be one of those where we're trying to break the band. So we're gonna come into our dead bug position. You wanna pull apart on your feet so that you're feeling the band at your feet and your hands. And the feet are regular bound bugs, or dead bugs, I should say, but they're bound by the band. And your hands are going to reach for the outside, pulling apart on the band outside of the knee that's in. So you're moving opposite. Right leg moves, you go to the left, left leg moves, your arms go to the right. I want you to kill the band that's in your hand. I want that tension in your upper back. I want you to feel your abdominal muscles working. So 2 more each side. And put the bands down. Hug your knees in. And let's roll it out. Side to side or little circles. Checking to see what feels good to your back. Oh. And I think because we did so much hip work, my shoulders will settle down. Yours will too. Let's start with the hip stretches. Cross knee over knee. And twist a little bit in one direction. Hopefully when the hip muscles release, low back will feel better too. I don't think I'm the only one who feels it in the low back when I do a lot of squats and glutes. It never lasts. And that's a sign that it's your muscles getting used to it. It's kind of like when I got fitted for my road bike last spring. Let's slide your knee out to the side. So we're going to push pull, working through the piriformis, a number 4 stretch or lying pigeon. The physical therapist put me in the perfect position for my bike. Knee at the right angle, hips at the right angle, seat at the right height, handlebars at the right place. And my back was really sore the first few times I rode. Let's bring left foot down, butterfly that knee, and then we'll twist down to the side and open up that hip. And when I talked to him about it, he said, it could be that your body doesn't like being in that position. It could be that your body just needs to adjust to being in that position. And sure enough, I can ride that bike now with no pain at all. And my body's in a better position for getting more force out of the pedals. So having a little bit of discomfort doesn't always mean something is horribly wrong. It could be you're just getting used to a position, a new position that your body hasn't been in. Let's switch sides. Hug both knees in, knee over knee. And I can tell you that for at least 30 years, I've never had a deep squat. I've never squatted as deep as I am now. And that's probably why I'm feeling it, and you may not be. That's okay. I'm just sharing my story. Battling to fill in the time. Let's twist to the side. I think we all have things we're working on. That's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, let's come into that number 4 stretch, piriformis stretch, push, pull the leg in towards you, push that, the knee that's out to the side, push that thigh away from you. Feel that stretch, deepen the hip muscles. And bring your foot down. And let's butterfly that knee, the one that's out to the side. And then pressing that knee to the side, let's pull one foot down and open up through that hip. Every single one of us is a work in progress in some way, whether it's physically, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, socially, especially after COVID, socially. We're all works in progress. So don't let that hold you back, because everyone around you is working on something, even if you can't see it. Okay, let's bring that up. Let's roll all the way over onto our bellies. Bring your hands under your shoulders, squeeze your booty, prop yourself up and let your hips drop. Pull your shoulders down away from your ears. Ease into that stretch across the abs, across the front of your hips. And then we're going to rock back into child's pose with thread the needle. Let's give your back a nice big stretch now. Shifting gears. And let's switch sides. Okay, let's come up onto hands and knees. Let's make some big hip circles, sinking all the way back towards your heels, all the way out to the sides. Let's go in both directions, checking in with what everything feels like. Okay. And then we have a little bit of time. Let's take one leg out to the side and rock a few times. Bring your toes up if you can. Take that outside hand opposite your stretched out leg, bring it up and down towards your wrist, out to the side. And switch sides, bring the other arm up and thread the needle. Bring your hand down, bring this knee in, come all the way up into half kneeling, but one knee is out 90 degrees. So keeping that knee out and your body forward, let's glide into it. A little bit more of a groin stretch through those inner thigh muscles. Nice. That was good work today. Now that I'm up and I can see you. Excellent work. And let's switch sides. Let's go down to the other way. Let's take that leg out. Let's rock about 3 times. Get that inner thigh stretched. I was working hard to stabilize. Hop your toes up to go deeper into that stretch. Then we'll take your hand behind your head and take down and up. 2, 3, and switch hands. Reaching up, rotating through. Make sure you're getting that rotation. That's where the benefit is. Last one. Bring your hand down, slide that knee in, and come all the way up. Body's facing forward, gliding to the side. Let's do 2 more glides. 1 and 2. Bring both knees down. Take your hands behind your back and look down or look up. But let's pull your arms up again, nice big chest stretch. Swing your arms. You can do this from a seated position. Everything's connected. Roll your shoulders. You can turn your head. Shimmy things out. Have a great weekend.